We are back at Bowen Field and ready for an AAC. Now trying to give up a few less here against the Point Skyhawks, an all tough team here from Georgia, right on the Alabama line.
Nathan Cutler.
So Cutler is on the bump, and batting first, it'll be Dayton Cook, the first baseman.
Number 4, Dayton Cook.
So originally these games were scheduled for the weekend, now pushed it up to a doubleheader, and unfortunately, folks, because of some time conflicts and an award ceremony we have tonight, the only broadcast we'll get in is this 9-inning game, so the second game will not be broadcasted. First pitch from Cutler, a swing and a dribbler over on the left side, snagged by Espinal, throw to first, and time, one pitch, one out. We are underway in Bluefield at 2:06 p.m. Well, it's a crisp one here in the two Virginias today. It actually had a little bit of snow flurries. Right now we're at about 45 degrees if I had to guess it. That'll bring up Kyle Kelly, the shortstop. So no score. We're in the top of the first inning. And the first pitch to Kyle Kelly. Right, he watches a breaking ball, notch on as a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Ball in the right hand as Cutler deals in the gray jersey. Swinging a slow dribbler, left side, and out of play quickly 0-2. So one out, Cutler on the mound for Bluefield. Rams in the gray jerseys, white pants, blue letters across the front, and the blue caps. Kelly awaits, watches it outside for ball one. Shortstop for Point. 39th start this year for the Skyhawks. So far hitting near 340. Does have no home runs, but 22 RBIs. 48 hits for the shortstop this year. 1-2. Swinging a foul tip driven back to the screen. Catcher for Bluefield once again, Joseph Cardona. In the infield for the Rams. Over at third base, Ozzie Millette. At short, Marcus Espinal. Andy Pena getting the start at second base today. That's a bit of a mix-up. Here's the 1-2. Swinging another foul tip driven back to the backstop. First baseman, Edgardo Bernard. Usually Carlos Torres was getting the start at second base, but a bit of a change there. Jordan Huntley out in center field, leading the Rams in bombs, and Lennon Napoleon in left, otherwise known as Pepe, and Andreas Holzer out in right field. Another 1-2. Swinging a ground ball left side, deep in the hole, and through for a base hit. So battling there and getting the base hit is Kyle Kelly, and now Point has a runner on at first with one out in the top of the first inning. Right now the Skyhawks 25-15, but just 9-9 in the AAC. Here comes B.J. Johnson, leading the team in hits with 50 as well as average in 376. So now runner at first base. Still no score in the top of the first inning. Cutler kicks and deals. It's a fastball right across the plate, strike one. Here at Bowen Field, 335 down the left and right field lines, about 400 deep center. Appalachian Mountains right behind that wall. It looks like the trees are getting some foliage on them. Pickoff attempt is just a bit high. No tag applied. So we got a doubleheader today, and how about this, folks? A 9 a.m. start tomorrow. So definitely a breakfast game to help Point get back to Georgia on time. We also have softball that day. The 0-1 goes high and away. Ball and a strike. Rams on a bit of a skid trying to get their 20th win on the season. Head coach Mike White looking on from the dugout. Pickoff attempts. Kelly gets back. Well, this is a pretty big gauntlet of games for Bluefield opening up. So they got Point today and tomorrow. Bluefield State on Wednesday as that pitch is high and in. And then on Friday, Bryan College at home. They go to Piedmont International, could be a couple of wins there, but then the conference finale for the Rams is against Tennessee Wesleyan. So all of these conference games coming up against very talented teams. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. Another pickoff, and this time the tag is a bit close. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Cutler nods and deals. Fouled straight back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 1 out after the opening ground out, third batter in the lineup. Arnaki Calzado on deck. He's the right fielder. By the way, B.J. Johnson is the DH today. Got a 2-2, ball in the black glove. Cutler with another pickoff attempt, and once again, just trying to keep him on his toes, but just a little bit late. Rams hoping for the double play. Espinal playing deep on the left side. Eddie Pena favoring towards the bag. 2-2 to the righty. Runner takes off, swinging a ground ball. No, it's a line drive. Snagged by Bernard, and then tags the bag at first. Great play there, and Bluefield gets out of the top of the first inning. Hit and run doesn't work out for the Skyhawks, and now the Rams are coming to bat. Now the center fielder for the Rams will lead off. It's Jordan Huntley going up against Williams on the mound. Or Eddie Munoz, excuse me. Had a big moment there as Eduardo Munoz, the 4.30 ERA now on the mound. Right-handed pitcher deals a first strike. So a 4.30 ERA, 6-2 on the year, 52 and a third, 55 hits, 37 runs, as that one is fouled off. So Munoz trying to keep this game going along here. Pointing the jerseys, the navy blue, blue caps, and then the Carolina blue brims. Sun trying to poke its way out. A little bit of rain starting to come down here in Bluefield. Likely not stop us today. Huntley to lead it off for the Rams. What a table setter he's been for the Rams this year. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball left side, deep in the hole at third. Pops up, throw to first, and time for the out. So there's 1 out here. Huntley retired. Bring up Jose Santana. 23rd start of the season for Jose Santana and hitting over 400 right now at 409. one of two Rams batting over 400 this year. Santana at 409 and Lennon Napoleon right at 400. Righty to righty, first pitch, and Santana looks at it outside, called a ball. So it looks like winter is right here back in Bluefield. Pretty cold today. Was kind of shocked to see the snow come down as Santana fouls it off. Medeiros over at third, playing at short Kyle Kelly, second baseman Alberto Lozada, and then at first base completing the infield, Dayton Cook, who we saw ground out. And left it's Blake Rupp, the center fielder Anthony Young, and then the right fielder Carnegie Calzado, who will lead off this next second inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jose Santana. And the umpire probably could have thrown that to just preserve some time, but why not just take a long walk? Just talk about pace of play. Maybe he's not a fan. Catcher David Torres looks on, exchanges a few words with the umpire. Munoz with the ball in the glove. Kicks 1-2. Swinging a ground ball deep in the hole at third. Picked up, throw to first in time. 2 straight 5-3 putouts. And a solid third base being played by Joey Medeiros here in the bottom of the first inning.
At the plate for the Rams, third baseman Ozzie Millette.
Ozzie Millette up to the plate for Bluefield. Millette swung early in those counts a few days ago against King University. Got a couple of disappointing groundouts, trying to bounce back from that. Has had a few days, actually 6 days, to try to figure it out. First pitch, he swings and grounds it deep in the hole. 5-6 into left field. A base hit for Ozzie Millette. Rounding first, he will stay there. And once again, you see Millette swinging early in the count and getting on with a base hit. So the sun comes out here in Bluefield, and now the cleanup man and Pepe Napoleon hitting 400 on the year. Left fielder steps up on the right side. Led is at first. First pitch, outside and in the dirt for ball 1. So a doubleheader today, folks, and another reminder, unfortunately, due to time constraints we have here, we'll only be able to broadcast the first game, which is the 9-inning game. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball left side. Medeiros fields in fair territory. Throws across the diamond. He got him. Great first inning from Medeiros, the third baseman, and the Rams leave a runner on. Played 1 inning here, and it's 0-0. Carnegie Calzado leads it off here in the top of the second inning. Still no score. Cutler swings, or rather pitches, and Calzado swings and lifts it into center field, a base hit. So Calzado gets on to lead it off, and we're seeing with Point swinging early in the counts, and we already saw Dayton Cook swing at the first pitch of the ball game and ground out, and Calzado swings and grounds that one into center field. Anthony Young, the center fielder, up to the plate. Anthony Young steps up wearing number 3, another right-handed hitter in this Point lineup up against Nathan Cutler. Runner at first. Cardona now has to deal with Calzado. First pitch. Right, he looks at it in the dirt. Young making his 40th start, right at 281. Cutler, another one of those young arms for the Rams. As that pitch is grounded up the middle again. Snagged by Espinal, throw to second. He got him. Great play by the shortstop. Almost all hope was lost for that ball to roll into center field, but instead Espinal ranging and getting the lead runner off the base paths. So Young is at first on a fielder's choice, and Alberto Lozada comes up to the dish.
Second baseman Alberto Lozada.
He's right at 298, nearly at 300, 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. So there was a double play that ended the first, and now trying to end at the top of the second the same way. One out, a runner at first base with the wind starting to blow in, sun coming in and out. Cutler, another pickoff attempt, not in time. Already saw Point try to go with the hit and run earlier, and that's what got him in trouble on that line drive when Bernard made the catch and just had to tag the bag at first. First pitch is high. It's ball 1. Rams trying to fight for a couple of conference wins. Last year only had 8 conference wins, and right now have already matched that at 8 and 10, but it's going to be tough. Playing against Point, Bryan, and then Tennessee Wesleyan. 1-0 is low. Cardona picks it up, looks at the runner, and gives it right back to Cutler. Very cold April day right here in the middle of the month. I mean, last week we were playing, could have played in shorts if we wanted to, as that one is fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That's just what happens here in the 2 Virginias. Snow in the forecast today, a few flurries, a little bit of rain. It was gorgeous over the weekend, last weekend, and then this weekend just a bit of rain, but it wasn't that cold. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lozada is ready at the plate. The pitch sails high. Now ball 3. So a batter's count to Lozada, and then Anthony Young at first. (3-1). Swinging a grounder on the left side, scooped up by Espinal. Throw to first. What a confident play that was from Marcus Espinal. Had the windmill of a scoop. Picked it up. There's out number 2. Meanwhile, a runner in scoring position, though, for Point, and Anthony Young.
Left fielder Blake Rupp.
Blake Rupp to the plate, the left fielder. Rupp, the 7th hitter in the lineup. Hitting .310. And it's only his 12th start of the year. Has appeared in 31 games before that. Here's the pitch. Making ball in the outside corner. 1 home run, 10 RBIs for the left fielder. And a runner at second base. So a base hit could give the Skyhawks the lead possibly. No balls, 1 strike. Wind blowing behind Cutler as he deals. and fires a fastball high and away. So it's a ball and a strike. Now the sun goes away again. Ball and a strike. Kicking the pitch. Fouled away right side, and that will bounce in towards the Bluefield dugout. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cutler a strike away from getting out of this top of the second and leaving a runner on base for point. Blake Rump trying to fight it off. This team coming off of 2 straight losses to Reinhardt. Another Georgia team trying to get a win here in Virginia. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cutler checks and pitches. Swinging a chopper up the middle again, and can't be fielded by Espinal. Young around third. He will score, and it's 1-0. So Point getting it done on choppers and dribblers, and that time Espinal could not make an amazing play like he did earlier in the inning, and Point is on the board. Already 1-0 in favor of the Skyhawks. Blake Rupp getting it done, and that'll bring up David Torres. Well, Torres had his shin guards already on and was taking them off, so now right back to the plate. Has a runner at first with 2 gone. Runner takes off. It's high. Cardona can't glove it. And now sliding into second is Rupp. So he's in scoring position, so we're now in that situation again where if this ball gets in the outfield, it can be another run scored for Point. 1-0 already in favor of the Skyhawks. Coming from West Point, Georgia, and off of a series loss against Reinhardt. Did pick up 2 of 3 against the number 14 Bryan Lions, though. Torres, the 8th hitter in the lineup. Swing and a miss. Evens it up at 1-1. Torres at the bottom of the lineup, but still consistent. 341. 1 home run, 28 RBIs, and he is way up in the batter's box. Assuming slower pitches. 1-1 is fouled back. Make it strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at Bowen Field. 1-0 in favor of Point in the top of the second inning. Again, the 1-2. Swinging another ground ball, third base side, and just inches foul. Wind is blowing out towards left field, so if Point can get these balls out of the infield and into the air, that current could sail past the left field wall. Cutler trying to keep them on the ground, though. 1-0 the score. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Ground ball left side again and hitting the runner. So it hits Rupp, and that is just not a great base running decision. It would have been deep for Espinal. Rams will take it, though. 1-0 after Blake Rupp singles a run home. It's now in favor of the Skyhawks as we go to the bottom of the second. Back here at Bowen Field, Point able to take the 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning. Here we are in the bottom of the second with Munoz on the mound again, up against Joseph Cardona in the 5-6-7 for Bluefield. First pitch, and the lefty watches it outside for ball one. So Blake Rupp able to single home the first run of the ball game in this doubleheader, but then hit by a batted ball, which, well, that constitutes an out. Here's the 1-0 to Cardona. Breaking ball this time, it's a strike. Count at 1-1, Cardona to be followed by Andreas Holzer and Marcus Espinal, who's been playing well in the field in these first two innings. Munoz nods, starts the motion, pitches. 1-1 is low for ball two. Cardona, his first year of being a primary starter for Bluefield, saw him a little bit last year behind Austin Browning. After he graduated, Cardona has been into the lineup and now hitting .270, 2-1. Swung on and missed on some high fastball action. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. Does have 2 home runs this year, 16 RBIs. That's an icy wind blowing into him. 2-2. And a foul tip saves him. Oh, the Rams looking for their 9th conference win of the year. That would even them up with Point as far as the conference record goes, but Point does have 25 wins on the year. They're 9-9 in the AAC. Munoz kicks and offers. Fouled back. So that one goes over the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. As expected in the middle of the day on a Monday, and how cold it is. Not that many fans in attendance. Rather tough for a lot of kids, at least, or a lot of students at Bluefield College to make the game in the middle of the day. 2-2. Breaking ball sails outside for ball 3. So it's a full count to Cardona to lead us off here in the bottom of the second inning. Rams down 1-0. They do have 1 hit today. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Munoz fans Cardona. There's out number 1 in the bottom of the second inning. Went lower into the zone there. Cardona tried to golf it out, came up with nothing. Brings up Andreas Holzer. Holzer, the primary right fielder for the Rams. We do see a level of consistency with Mike White in these lineups. Middle of the infield has been shaken up just a tad, but other than that, it's been pretty much the same thing every game. First pitch to the righty is a fastball high and away, ball 1. Holzer has been a very talented glove out in right field as well. At the plate, hitting .340 as he pops it up out to right field. Calzado ranges to the right, looks out into the gray sky and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning, and now the Rams trying to get a man on with 2 gone. Comes Marcus Espinal. Espinal hitting .395, his 14th start of the year. He started a lot of ball games last year, primarily at third base. Pitch. Looks at a fastball right down Broadway. It's strike 1. Espinal played at third last year and saw Jose Perez at second base, who ended up being an All-American for Bluefield, and the shortstop Bailey Castro, unfortunately injured, will not play this year. 0-1. Just misses the knees. It's ball 1. Bit low there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, and it's 1-0. The 1-1. Ground ball straight at short, picked up by Kelly, throw to first, and the Rams go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second. On to the third, it's 1-0 Point. Welcome back, everybody. Ready for the top of the third inning, and the Rams trail 1-0 against Point. Nathan Cutler is still throwing on the mound for Bluefield. Now the first pitch of the third, right down the pike. So it's strike one. Taking it that time is the ninth hitter in the lineup, Joey Medeiros, who we saw play a very solid third base in that first inning. All 5-3 putouts, all 3 outs. As that pitch is grounded foul down the third baseline, and Medeiros is quickly down 0-2. Head coach John Tyler looking on from the third base side. Not the 10th president of the United States. Got it 0-2 with no outs. Cutler with the ball in the black glove. Steps and pitches. Fouled away right side. So we'll see Dayton Cook again, who's 0 for 1, and then Kyle Kelly, who's 1 for 1. 3 hits already for Point, and the run scoring on a base hit from Blake Rupp. Knocked in Anthony Young, and then Rupp was hit by a batted ball on the ground from David Torres. Here's the 0-2. Just missed. Cutler thought he had a strikeout there. Glad to have you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Game 1 of a doubleheader, but unfortunately, like we said, due to time constraints, the only game that will be broadcasted today is this one. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's a fastball high. Leaves the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on for Point. For Point, coming off of 2 losses in a row to Reinhardt. They're going to play against Tennessee Wesleyan this weekend. As that swings and grounds it into center field again. Another base hit on the ground. So Joey Medeiros fights through that slew of pitches from Nathan Cutler. And there's a runner on to lead it off. Back to the top of the lineup with Dayton Cook, who's 0 for 1. Sun finding its way out again on the right side. One and nothing the score. Dayton Cook, the first baseman. To the plate with a red bat. Pitch. In the air, out to right field. Holzer backs up, settles down, slips. Still makes the catch for out number 1. Well, like we said, folks, rain and snow in the forecast today. The grass can be a little bit slippery out there, but Holzer able to hang on and make the catch.
Shortstop, Kyle Kelly.
Kyle Kelly to the plate, the shortstop. He was doubled up back in the first inning after B.J. Johnson smacked the ball over to Edgardo Bernard, made the catch right before the ball hit the ground. Kelly was trying to execute a hit and run. That time he shows bunt, pulls back. It's outside and low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Game 1 of this 3-game set. Folks, we're going to be playing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Like we said about that softball game last week that started at 9:53. Turn off the Today Show and watch some Bluefield College baseball. Pickoff attempt not in time. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Well, there was an early game in Major League Baseball today as Boston took on Baltimore on Patriots Day. That one starting at 11:05 as a swing and a miss throw to second. Not in time. So Medeiros moves into scoring position with 1 out now and a ball and a strike. And with the hit and run there, and once again for John Tyler's Point, Skyhawks could not execute it. One ball, 1 strike to Kyle Kelly. Oh, Kelly calls time, the senior from Thomaston, Georgia. At a 5'10", 150 first baseman, or excuse me, shortstop. Popped up foul, now a ball and 2 strikes. So after that one goes over the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On a cold afternoon for baseball in Bluefield. Cutler checks the runner and deals. Swinging a ground ball left side, snagged by Espinal. Gathers his footing, lobs to first. Not in time. Oh, that was a bang-bang play at first base. Espinal had to range over to get it again, lobbed it off of his back foot, and unfortunately just didn't get there in time. So now runners on the corners. Double play is still intact, but now a runner at third could make it 2-0. B.J. Johnson will try to smack in a few runs here. Senior DH from Hayneville, Alabama. Went to Talladega College before Point. You ever been to West Point, Georgia? Right near Alabama. Matter of fact, when Bluefield football played there 2 years ago, their football field is actually in the state of Alabama, while Point, the actual university itself, is in the state of Georgia. Runner goes first to second, swinging a ground ball up the middle. Scoop by Espinal. Throw to first. He got him. How did he make that play? A run scores nonetheless, but Marcus Espinal, one of the better fielding plays of the year for Bluefield College. So 2-0 ends up being an RBI for B.J. Johnson, but not a base hit. Espinal's been everywhere today. Wind starting to blow in. Carnegie Calzado with a 2-0 lead and a runner at second. Kyle Kelly took off. They're trying to run on Joseph Cardona. That time the hit and run almost worked, but Marcus Espinal had other plans. The right-handed hitter in the lineup. The pitch down the plate, strike one. So Cutler has allowed 2 runs already. We're in the top of the third with 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swinging a rip down the left field line. It's foul. So after that laser beam lands in foul territory. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kyle Kelly is at second base in scoring position with a 2-0 lead for Point. Umpire needs some new game balls. E-Step's going to bring him out. Wonder if we'll see E-Step later on today or possibly tomorrow to start for the Rams. Well, this was supposed to be a weekend series, now starting on a Monday. A big week for Point as well. I mean, 3 games on the road against Bluefield, and then they have to go to Athens, Tennessee to face off against Tennessee Wesleyan. Best team in the AAC right now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside throw to third. Not in time. Well, Millette actually dropped the ball as well, so even if the tag was there, did not hang on to it. Now Kyle Kelly is at third base. So that's outside for ball 1. Big time stolen bag there. More rain starting to fall down, more wind starting to swirl in with a ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Cutler looks and nods in. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chasing junk in the dirt, and there is out number 3. But a run scores for Point. It's 2-0 Skyhawks after 2.5. Edgardo Bernard up to the plate. First baseman for Bluefield, and the Rams down 2-0. Rams have yet to bat around, and now they have their 7-8-9 due up. He swings and grounds that one back to Munoz. Bobbles it, throws into the infield grass. He got him anyway. So Bernard thought he had a little bit more time there, and Munoz threw it straight to first base. So check that. It was the 8-9-1. Edgardo Bernard, the 8th batter in the lineup. Andy Pena now up, second baseman with 1 out. Jordan Huntley on deck with already 1 retired. Right down the middle to Andy Pena. Pena has been struggling with the bat this year, but has played a pretty solid shortstop. But we have seen some great plays today from Marcus Espinal, real head turners. Here's the 0-1. Outside and called a strike. So somehow that got in. No balls, 2 strikes. Pena already in a position to try to defend here with the rain coming down. The 0-2. Outside, ball 1. Back to a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rain really is picking up, and now Pena looks at it high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm really fortunate that we're here at Bowen Field, where there's actually a press box with a roof over our heads, because over at Graham Rec Park for softball, where we have had a lot of broadcasts lately, there's no roof, so I would have to automatically scrap it if the rain was coming down. 2-2. Inside, ball 3. Pena scooted out of the way, a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Munoz kicks and deals. Payoff. Got him. Struck him out for out number 2. So a strikeout swinging as Pena goes into the dugout. Rams right back to the top of their lineup with Jordan Huntley. Well, we got the Rammies tonight, folks. Just basically Bluefield College's version of the ESPYs. Pitch to Huntley. Looks high and in, ball 1. And unfortunately, that's the reason we could not broadcast the second game today, because we have to get over there and make sure that everything is all ready to go for that. Yours truly will be the host. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And after that Rammies event, we're going to post the video that'll be shown at the beginning of the award ceremony on our YouTube page. Right now it's unlisted, and I think a few of you folks may have been able to find it accidentally before I changed it back. Here's the 1-1. Popped up in the infield. Munoz calls it up in the sky. Now in foul territory, Medeiros drifts on him a bit, makes the catch as he tumbles to the grass. Rams go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and now we'll go to the 4th. It's still 2-0 point. Welcome back, everybody. Top of the fourth. Rams are down 2-0. The rain's starting to come down even more. Anthony Young takes the first pitch, strike in the outside corner, and the righty is down 0-1. Well, we've seen Point dink and dunk their way to this 2-0 lead. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt for ball one. All of their base hits, all 5 of them have been ground balls. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Skyhawks, and Lozada and Blake Rupp up next. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Anthony Young chopping behind his helmet. Cutler kicks and deals. Popped up foul. Bernard trying to look over to get it, and it will land close to the batting facility. Pitch outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Anthony Young trying to get on base. He's 0 for 1. Ended up scoring a run. Here's the 2-2. Inside and low. And it's ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes here on a rainy Monday afternoon. Pretty cold one at that. Payoff, outside ball 4. So Cutler deals a first batter walk of the 4th inning. Top of the 4th, now to Blake Rupp.
Second baseman.
Excuse me, Alberto Lozada. Rupp is on deck. Lozada trying to knock in Young, corner infielder, and Ozzie Millette, the third baseman, playing up. Lozada could possibly show bunt here with the rain dripping down. Pitch, and he will. Pulls it back and misses the zone for ball 1. So we're in the top of the 4th already, 2-0, a 9-inning ball game. And, of course, the one after this will only be 7 and a 9-inning game tomorrow. Pickoff attempt, not in time. So Cutler has allowed 5 hits so far. That was his first walk. Point is putting the bat on the ball. Just ground balls at that when they do it. Young with a big lead at first, and now the 1-0. Shows bunt, lays it down. First base side. Bernard will tag him, and he backed up. I have never seen that before. So Lozada backed up. Lozada. And, well, for Bernard, had to just waste a few seconds. And if Lozada's intent was to make sure that Young could get over to second in time, well, that was pretty good. Brings up Blake Rupp, 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Young is at second base with 1 out. Cutler stares at the runner in scoring position and deals first pitch breaking ball right down the plate for strike 1. Up the junior from Columbus, Georgia. It's actually where the Rams football team stayed a few years ago when they were playing point. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a hard hit ground ball deep over to short, and Espinal. It goes right through his glove into left field. Young will score, and now it's 3-0. So that'll be an E6. Rupp will not get the RBI, but Point scores nonetheless. That was a scorcher on the ground. And Espinal tried to play it on the backhand where he probably could have just played in front of it. Well, hindsight's 20/20, and now it's 3-0.
catcher, David Torres.
David Torres to the plate trying to add another run home. It's 3-0 in favor of the Point Skyhawks. Rams really kind of desperate here to get their 9th AAC win. Be the 10th for Point. He's got to get some base hits in. Rams only have 1 hit. Pickoff attempt, getting back to the bag, no tag. Sun working its way in and out of the clouds here. Pitch popped up behind home plate. Cardona ranging back towards the backstop. Can't make the catch, just escapes his reach. No balls, 1 strike. Another pickoff attempt is late. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Cutler nods. Kicks and deals. Hopped up into right field. Should be easy for Holzer. Starts to climb in, ball's drifting. And the right fielder makes the snag for out number 2. Catch is made in shallow right. Torres is retired. 3-0 already in favor of Point, though. And the Rams have to deal with Joey Medeiros now. 1 for 1 with a single. Ended up scoring. So far, a run in each of the last 3 innings. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Third baseman to the plate. Now a pickoff attempt again, not in time. Well, Cutler is really focused on these pickoff attempts, and for good reason, because Point has taken off on these hit and run opportunities a few times. Medeiros waiting for this first pitch. Rupp at first. Big bounce off. Pickoff attempt. Not in time. Rams were ready to go to the dugout. Rupp had danced closer to second base, then had to bounce all the way back to the bag. Good tag laid down by Edgardo Bernard. Nathan Cutler nearly got him to walk into the dugout for the bottom of the 4th, but now he'll have to deal the first pitch to Medeiros. Here it is. Tie for ball 1. See this sometimes with younger pitchers, can really get preoccupied with the runners on base. Cutler does have 1 strikeout today. Another pickoff attempt. To his credit, they have all been accurate. So after all that, still just 1-0. Sophomore from Bedford, Virginia, deals. Inside, and that hit him. So Cardona looked like he made a clean catch, but it must have skimmed the back of the uniform for Medeiros, and now 2 runners are on. Back to the top of the lineup. Dayton Cook to the dish now. Two runners on. Pitch. Crossing the knees, a good strike. So it has been kind of odd today what we've seen from Point. 5 hits all on the ground. Rupp bringing home a run on the error from Espinal. Once again, that was on the dirt as well. Time called. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runners aboard for the Skyhawks. Cutler checks on him and pitches. Fouled away across the Bluefield dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. So it stays at 3-0. Wintry day in the springtime, and the 2 Virginia's Rams trying to go into the bottom of the 4th, keeping this at a 3-run deficit. Looks in. 0-2 pitch. Popped up foul, right side. Bernard will run, and it bounces right near the batting facility. Keeps it at 0-2. Rams have made some good plays in the field today, and Marcus Espinal with that last one seemingly out of character from what we saw out of him in those first 3 innings. Long look in to Cook. Cutler nods. Rocks and pitches. Ground ball, second base side. Pena goes down to the dirt, gets up to throw, and he can't. Rupp leading off with third and now putting a runner in this rundown. Espinal will throw home and now trying to get Rupp into one here at third. Millette lays down the tag and try to score that one, folks. Finally, the 3rd out of the inning is recorded. So a run scores on an error. Now we head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-0 point. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Rams down 3-0 here. Jose Santana will lead it off against Munoz. 1 run apiece in each of the last 3 innings for Point. Trying to start off this series with a win as Munoz deals, and it's in the dirt. 2-3-4 due up. Millette's on deck with Pepe Napoleon in the hole. Bailey Engel here on the call. Unfortunately, only game we will call today. Here's the 1-0. Side and low, 2 balls, no strikes, and it appears on the Point website they did not put out any sort of link, so fortunately doesn't look like as many Point fans have been tuning into this one. Shoulder shrug, Munoz deals 2-0. Outside and low, 3 balls, no strikes. Monday AAC baseball. Here's the pitch. 3-0 right down the plate, and Munoz is back in there. Santana, one of the more respectable hitters in the entire conference. Rams just need a base knock. 3-1. Swing and a rip into deep left center field, all the way back of the warning track, and that ball kicks off of the wall. Santana sprinting to second, and he'll stay there. Loud leadoff double here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So that was nearly a homer for Jose Santana, who doesn't hit a lot of jacks, but nearly had it that time. So the Rams, with a base hit, can get their first base run or run of the day if Ozzie Millette is able to make some contact here. Wind is picking up. Third baseman from Miami right at the dish. Munoz has to check on Santana. First pitch is high and away. Garrett Schilling looking on from first base. Bluefield College's assistant coach, former catcher for the Rams, now in his 2nd year as the assistant coach for Bluefield. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch. Inside corner. Evens it up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Inside corner. Millette is quickly down 1-2. He grounded out his last time. Got on with the ground ball last time. So 1 for 1. Santana's at second. So that double was only the 2nd hit of the day for Bluefield, the first one from Millette. Munoz, a shoulder shrug, and the offer. Outside corner, Millette goes down on strikes. So watch the 1-2 hit right into the zone, and he knew it has to go to the dugout.
Next fielder, Menon Napoleon.
Pepe Napoleon right back up to the plate, 0 for 1. See if the Rams can do anything about that leadoff double. Tall left fielder digs in on the right side and has that neck warmer on. Folks, it is a cold one today after having seemingly real baseball weather the past couple of weeks. It's like we dialed the calendar back a month and we're playing in March or February again. First pitch to Napoleon. Check swing right down the middle anyway, strike 1. Santana with a big lead at second base. Sun fights his way out of the clouds again. Munoz a third look, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Napoleon had his head turned out on that one. Breaking ball made him look silly. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Santana with the big lead. The pitch. Napoleon lifts it into left center field, and that will be hauled in. So the catch made by Young, and now staying at second base will be Santana. 2 straight outs.
Catcher Joseph Cardona.
Joseph Cardona, the final chance for Bluefield to try to knock in a run after Santana punched that ball off of the left field wall. Lefty up to the plate. Bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Those middle infielders playing back. Alberto Lozada, and Kyle Kelly. Pitch. Popped up foul behind home plate. Torres tosses off the mask and makes the catch. Rams get a leadoff double, but then 3 up, 3 down right after that. We have played 4 at Bowen, and Point is holding on to a 3-0 lead. Cutler's still on the bump for Bluefield as we go to the top of the fifth. And Kyle Kelly in the 2-3-4 are due up for the Skyhawks, who lead the Rams 3-0 in this first of 3 games in AAC series. First pitch to the shortstop drops low, and it's ball 1. It'll be Kelly, Johnson, both due up for the Skyhawks. Outside corner evens out at 1-1. Calzado in the hole, by the way. The 1-1. Righty grounds it left side. Millette goes off of his glove, and that is a fair ball. Rolling deep into left field, kicking off of the tarp, and Kelly is on with a double. So once again, a ball that was not hit in the air. That one was a high chopper, and a dangerous one at that. Another base knock on the ground for point. Brings up Johnson, who has an RBI off of a fielder's choice. Off of a ground out. With runners on the corners, Espinal saved that from being a base knock. Spun around, threw it to first, got the out, but a runner came in to score. Medeiros to make it 2-0. Now it's 3-0. Cutler steps off. So this is a 9-inning game, a 7-inning game after that, and a 9-inning game at 9 a.m. tomorrow. First pitch. Outside corner, called for strike 1. Cutler has now surrendered 6 hits. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball right side. Snagged by Pena. Side arms to first in time. There's 1 out. Kelly bounces over to third. It's another scorched worm burner again. Pena's able to make it, though.
Right fielder, Anigi Calzado.
Calzado to the plate. 1 out, a runner at third for point. Outside and low. It's ball 1 from Cutler. Infield is now in for Bluefield. Now the position where they want to check down that runner at third base rather than just get outs. The Rams only have 2 hits today. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul tip, bouncing over towards the point dugout. Evens it up at 1-1. One. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the dirt rolls behind Cardona, and now Kelly makes it 4-0. Well, now the infield can go back with just 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bedford native looks out of the glove, starts the motion, 1-2. Swinging a ground ball left side. Bobbled by Espinal, picks it up, throw to first. Scoop can't be made. Calzado on his way to second base, trucking along, and he'll get there. That play seemed to be doomed from the start. Espinal, that's his second error. Hit him right in the chest. Tried to really run with it again. He probably had time to wait back on that ball and just throw it on set, but now it's 4-0, and a runner is at second base for Point. Anthony Young up for Point now with a 4-0 lead, 1 out, 2 errors for Bluefield, both made by the shortstop, who he himself has made some tough plays, but that's just what's going to happen if Point's going to put every ball on the ground. Are prone to making mistakes. Pitch. A ground ball on the right side now. Pena gloves, tosses to first in time. 2 outs. Now 2 gone. Calzado to third. Lozada steps up. Another base hit could make it 5-0 Point. 4 straight innings scoring 1 run. Pitch hits on the outside corner for strike 1. Apologize for the audio difficulties we're having. Count it 0-1 with 2 outs. Lozada looks, and he swings and fouls that one back. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Cutler a strike away from getting out of the inning. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside. The 1-2. High and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the sun is back out. A tumultuous first couple of innings, especially for the weather. Top of the 5th already. Cutler looks through the wind. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip off of his body. So Lozada backs out. That one possibly hit him right on the toe. Once again, the umpire goes all the way to the mound to hand this ball off. Lozada seems to be shaken up. I have to wonder if he'll be able to get through this entire at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Looks at the umpire, goes right back to the dish. Two. In the dirt, Cardona looks at it, roll on the right side, and runner will stay at third base. So Calzado flirted with going home that time, but now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 5th. Payoff, popped up right side over towards the batting facility, and that's where it'll land. Well, John Tyler saying control the barrel. That's what Lozada is trying to do here. Second baseman could put the bat on the ball and end this streak of scoring just 1 run in the inning. For Cutler, looking into Cardona. Checks on the runner, payoff, outside and low, ball 4, and now runners are on the corners for the Skyhawks. Here comes Rupp. Put the ball in play a couple of times. 1 for 2. Reached on an E6 his last time up. Also has an RBI single. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. 4-0 the score. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. And if you're Cutler, you might just want to focus at getting the batter at the plate, because they're not destroying the ball on him today. 6 hits, all ground balls. First pitch to Rupp, swinging a ground ball, third base side. Picked up by Millette, throws across the diamond, got him. So another ground ball, and that will end the top of the 5th, but a run scores. 4-0, Point leads. Andreas Holzer leads it off for the Rams, down 4-0 now. Munoz is still on the mound trying to become win eligible here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Right fielder is due up for the Rams, 0 for 1. Only 2 hits for Bluefield so far today against Munoz. Holzer looks at a fastball crossing the knees for strike 1. Point looking for their 26th win in the conference, or excuse me, 26th win overall, their 10th win in the conference. Rams are eyeing their 9th. 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, cutting a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Holzer flew out to right field his last time up. That's a big gust of wind. 0-2 pitch. Outside and low, ball 1. It'll be Holzer, Marcus Espinal, and Edgardo Bernard all due up. Folks, I don't know if you've ever spent any time in the Appalachian Mountains, and certainly most of you have, but the wind here is just incredible. So that one is fouled off on the right side out of play. Stays at 1-2. Just rolling through the hills, and it'll push you back. I remember a couple of years ago there was some sort of event back in Blacksburg that a couple of my friends were supposed to attend, and they called it off due to wind. 1-2. Popped up right side. Stepping up, the second baseman makes the catch for out number 1. Lozada snags it. Just had Holzer jam there. By the way, it was because of the wind on the roads. They didn't want anybody traveling who could push the cars over into other lanes. Wasn't even an outdoor event. Here's Marcus Espinal for Bluefield, 0 for 1. balls, one out. Munoz deals. Check swing on a fastball in the outside corner, called a strike. Grounded over to short, through the legs of Kelly and into left field. Tough hop over there. Rams have a base runner on, and they will take it. See if Edgardo Bernard can keep up Bluefield's good fortune here. Also 0 for 1. Rams had that double in the last inning to lead it off from Jose Santana. Then after that, 3 up, 3 down. One out. First baseman at the plate. Looks at that first pitch. Breaks a bit too far inside for ball 1. Rams will likely go back out with Cutler as we don't see anybody warming up in the pen for Bluefield or Point. Why take Munoz out? Only 2 hits. That was the first error for the Skyhawks. 1-0. Drops outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Kick in the 2-0. Outside and low. 3 balls, no strikes. So Bernard up in the count. Munoz could walk himself into the first jam of his day. 3-0. Crossing the knees, strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Small lead at first for Espinal. Rams down 4-0 with 1 out on the board. Pitch. Inside corner, full count. Bernard was ready to walk to first, but he'll stay at the dish. Three balls, 2 strikes. Sun is back out, shining down on the mound. Pitch. Inside, ball 4, and the Rams have 2 men aboard with no outs. Excuse me, just 1 out.
Second baseman, Andy.
The double play is still intact. After Holzer popped out to the second baseman, see what Andy Pena can do. Pena's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2 men aboard. 1 out. The pitch. Lefty looks at it on the corner. Strike 1. A 1. Swinging a liner, caught at short, tossed to second, double play. Kelly reels it in, underhands to Lozada, and that is it for the 5th inning. Another chance for the Rams squandered, and now we go to the 6th. 4-0 Point leads. David Torres steps up to the dish for point as they lead 4-0 over Bluefield here in game one of this 3-game set. Should have been a weekend series and now pushed to Monday. So a doubleheader today and a morning game tomorrow. Cutler is still on the bump for Bluefield, has surrendered 6 hits, 4 runs. Of course, not all of them earned. First pitch to the catcher. Called a strike, crossing the chest where it says point. Oh and 1, 8-9-1 due up. Torres is 0 for 2 as he swings and nicks it foul, bouncing on top of the dugout for point. Quickly down 0 and 2. Joey Medeiros on deck and Dayton Cook in the hole. Oh, 2, high and in. Torres flied to right his last time up. Got on with a fielder's choice before that. Cutler fishes the ball out of the glove and deals outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game one of this doubleheader, a 9-inning contest, and then after this, a 7-inning game that unfortunately will not be broadcasted. Here's the 2-2. Popped up down the right field line. Long run for Holzer into foul territory, and he gallops towards the warning track to make the catch. Athletic play by Holzer, had to cover about 30 yards there. Ball was up in the air high enough for him to range over to make the catch, and there's 1 out.
Third baseman Joey Medeiros.
Joey Medeiros, 1 for 1 with a run scored. Shows bunt, lays it down. First base side could be trouble. Bernard tries to toss and nobody's there. Andy Pena did not get there in time, and now a runner is at first with 1 out. That was just hit perfectly into no man's land. Andy Pena was not playing in a good enough position to get that ball, or at least get to first in time. Medeiros was very fast, fought his way down the 90 feet and made his way all the way over to the bag. So now a single, 7th hit of the ball game for point. Back to the top of the lineup with Dayton Cook, who's 1 for 3. First pitch hits the corner, strike 1. Rams hoping for a double play again. Count it 0 and 1. Another pickoff attempt outside. Well, Cutler has really focused on the runners at first today. They've tried to take off on him, and Medeiros could be a guy to do that after we saw him beat out that bunt. The pickoff attempt, not in time. No balls, 1 strike. Cook singled close to second his last time up. Past the dive of Pena. 0-1. Outside corner. Good pitch from Cutler. Strike 2. Also grounded to short and flew out to right field. I don't think we've seen a fly out to left today. Lots of guys just skying it out to Holzer. Pickoff attempt again. Nothing. What a quiet crowd here on a cold afternoon in Bluefield, Virginia. Sun hiding behind the gray clouds. 0-2. It's high. And it's a balk. So a balk will bring the runner into scoring position, wipe out that double play opportunity. Meanwhile, more and more winds starting to rush in here. Stays at 0-2. Runner at second, he goes, swinging a foul ball right back to the backstop. Medeiros was ready to get to the corner. We already saw Kelly steal third. That looked like it could possibly have been a hit and run. So Cook trying to battle with no balls, 2 strikes. Cutler stares in. Somebody's got to call time here. This is going to be the longest stare in. He nods. Cook is ready. Pickoff attempt to second. Not in time. Not by Pena, but not too far behind him. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. First baseman at the plate. Cutler checks, steals. Ground ball up the middle. Pena snags it on the second base bag, throws to first. There's out number 2. Medeiros over to third. And now with 2 outs, another chance for Kyle Kelly to bring home a run. It's 4-0 already in favor of Point. Top of the 6th here at Bowen Field.
Shortstop Kyle Kelly.
Kyle Kelly, how about this? 3 for 3 with a run scored. First pitch, he grounds it on the right side. Bernard goes down to a knee to field it, underhands to Cutler, and that is it for the top of the 6th. So that ends the streak of 4 straight innings where Point scored 1 run, and now after being held scoreless, they still lead 4-0 after we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the lineup for Bluefield up against Munoz in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-0 the score. Munoz pitching to Gem so far, has only allowed 2 hits. First one to Huntley. Fastball outside. Bailey Engel here on the call for you. Game 1 of this doubleheader against Point. Bluefield and the Skyhawks squaring off in 2 today. This will be the 9-inning game. Next game, 7 innings, but unfortunately not broadcasted. 1-0. Crossing the D, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, no outs. Braves have had a couple of good chances today, but just haven't converted. 1-1 is fouled straight back, bouncing off of that green backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The biggest one was in the 4th inning where Santana led it off with a double that cranked off of the wall and could not move after that. 3-3 down for Bluefield. He's on deck, by the way. 1-2. Check swing. Didn't go around. He just flinched at it. It's outside. It's ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. In the dirt, ball 3. Full count to Huntley. Munoz with that walk in the last inning. Rams were doubled up again. Payoff. Outside, ball 4. So the second straight inning where Huntley deals a leadoff walk. Jose Santana will try to bring home Huntley for the Rams' opening run. It's still 4-0. Cloudy skies, buzzard flying overhead. Maybe not the most picturesque day for baseball, but well, the Rams playing an important ball game. Jose Santana hit a double his last time up. That's a pickoff attempt, and that looked like it was close to a balk. Munoz stumbled on the throw over to first. Pitch. Santana swings and cranks it out to deep right field. Back at the warning track, and the right fielder makes the snag for out number 1. So tried to go opposite field there, and Santana just came up a few feet short. Right fielder Calzado making the grab, out number 1. Ozzie Millette with one of those 2 base knocks for Bluefield, struck out his last time up. Popped up behind home plate. Out of play, no balls, 1 strike. Third baseman from Miami trying to knock in Huntley. Center fielder got there on a walk and another slow pickoff attempt. Another pickoff attempt not in time. No balls, 1 strike. Kicks and deals. Outside and low. Ball and a strike to Millette. Bottom of the 6th inning. Rams put themselves in situations, get the leadoff men on, but cannot string hits together. Here's the 1-1. Millette fouls it back. Now at a ball and 2 strikes. One-two. Millette swings and grounds it over on the left side. Kelly on to second, now to first. 6-4-3 double play. Detrimental double play. Rams been doubled up in the last 2 innings. And now on to the 7th. It's 4-0. B.J. Johnson leads us off, top of the 7th inning. Cutler finds that first pitch, and he swings and pushes it into center field on another bouncer. Yet again, another ground ball for a base knock. 8 base hits.
Carnegie Calzano.
All of them on the ground. That is pretty incredible. Calzado up to the plate now. Haley Engel here on the call. Happy you can join us for game 1 of this doubleheader. Game 1 of the series tomorrow at 9 a.m. game. I think that's going to be the earliest game I've ever called in my life. That ball hits on the outside corner for strike 1, and it's just for scheduling reasons so Point can get back home. It's already tough for student athletes to be playing in the middle of the week, much less a 3-game series in the middle of the school week. Oh, 1. Ground ball right side through for a base knock. Holzer picks it up. Young stays, or Johnson, excuse me, stays over at second, and now 2 runners are aboard for Point.
Center fielder Anthony Young.
Anthony Young, center fielder. See some movement go out towards that Rams bullpen. Cutler's days might be numbered. Excuse me, pitches might be numbered. Anthony Young, 0 for 2. Couple of runs scored, though. Showing bunt, pulls back. It's ball 1. Corner infielders playing in for the Rams with 2 runners on, no outs, and a 4-0 lead for Point in the top of the 7th. Pitch shows bunt. Good one. Left side. Cutler picks it up, throws to first, and he's out. Sacrifice intact. Both runners move in scoring position. Alberto Lozada, 0 for 1. Has been walked today. Two runners in scoring position, infield in for the Rams, and really just keeping it at a 4-0 game would be a huge win. It's not a gigantic lead. But today, the Rams have just been really struggling to find base hits. Only 2 today. They've only struck out 3 times, so it's not like Munoz is really mowing them down. First pitch. The outside corner, Lozada looks at it. Now strike 1. Johnson at third, Calzado at second with 1 out. Oh, 1. Ground ball right side over the glove of Pena, and that's going to score a couple of runs. Johnson comes home. Throw to the plate is cut off, and it's a 2-run single for Alberto Lozada to make it 6-0. Just 1 out, and that ball was hit on the ground hard, and everybody for Point has just been axing the ball right into the dirt today.
Left fielder Blake Rupp.
Rams did the right thing there to have the infield in, but that ball just bounced too hard over the glove of Andy Pena. Here's Blake Rupp, 1 for 3. The pitch, high and in. Another pickoff attempt to first, not in time. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 6-0. Called a strike, evens at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Point with a 6-0 lead, out hitting Bluefield 11-2. Another pickoff attempt, and it's late. One ball, 1 strike. Rupp has a couple of RBIs today. Rams won a double play to just send it to stretch time. Breaking ball on the corner inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Really has just shifted all of points' way. This is the first time in this game where they have scored more than 1 run in an inning. Had 4 straight innings of scoring a run apiece from the 2nd on to the 5th. Now the pickoff attempt is late. One ball, 2 strikes. 6-0 the score in favor of the Skyhawks. Cutler kicks and deals. High and in. Now ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Coming set in, 2-2 with a runner at first and the wind blowing. Now Rupp calls time. Cutler has slowed this game down a bit, especially when he's been working primarily most of the game from the stretch. Now the deal, swing and a miss, breaking ball outside, got him for strike 2. Strike 3, excuse me. Oh, out number 2, I mean. 2 outs. Already a long game, cold one at that. 6-0 the score.
David Torres.
Now Torres. Pickoff is low. Cutler nods. The pitch is popped up. Right field towards the line. Long run for Holzer, and the ball drops in foul territory. Holzer has made a good play out there, ranging over to get a foul ball his last time out, but that time just couldn't get it. Six nothing the score, getting even colder. David Torres 0 for 3. The pitch, runner goes, swinging a line drive into right center field, a base hit. Running around second, now around third, goes Lozada. He will score, sliding in with an RBI double. It's Torres, 7-0 the score. So now the courtesy runner checking in for point with a 7-0 lead. 3 runs already for the Skyhawks. Dwight Washington, the senior from Mountain View, California. They're just trying to get this last out. Joey Madero steps to the dish. Third baseman 2 for 2 with a run. First pitch is high for ball one. Runner at second. Long look into Joseph Cardona. 1 ball, no strikes. Washington at second. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Backhanded stab by Pena. Gets up, throws to first. Solid play to finally end the top of the 7th. Now stretch time at Bluefield. 7-0. Point leads the Rams. Welcome back to Bluefield, everybody. Already 7-0 in favor of Point. Out hitting the Rams by 10, 12-2. That's putting the bat on the ball and making things happen. Rams only with 2 hits. Napoleon not one of them. Why is it foul? The ball's 1 strike, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Rams. Cardona's on deck. Napoleon, usually a very dependable hitter, and you haven't seen that today from really any Ram except for maybe Santana. 0-1, as that's outside and low for ball 1. Even Santana flew out deep to right field. Rams have been able to hit into a few double plays as well. Here's the 1-1. Inside, Napoleon evades that pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. It's the offer. Breaking ball, and a good one. It's called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gray skies here in Bluefield. Very bleak afternoon, very cold. Now the 2-2 in the dirt, kept in front by Torres, and it's ball 3. A full count to Napoleon. By the way, his last time flew out to center field. Hit it pretty deep. Young was still able to make the catch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the payoff. And it's high for ball 4. Another leadoff walk. I believe that's happened in the last 3 innings, and the Rams have yet to score a run. Now the catcher, Joseph Cardona. Can he put the Rams on the board? Munoz, 6 innings pitched. Only has allowed 2 hits, Now 3 walks, and that one is fouled off. Does have 3 strikeouts. So like we said before, not a guy that's going to come in and fan a bunch of Rams, really mow them down, but Bluefield has yet to find a way to consistently get hits on him. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, bobbled by Kelly as he goes down to the grass. Napoleon goes to third. He will get there. Runners on the corners. That's a tough play. Likely will be scored as a hit because it was hit deep enough, and Kelly had to dive down to try to get it, and it will be. It's the 3rd hit of the ball game for Bluefield. Cardona puts runners on the corners, and now a courtesy runner comes on. Matthew Larson goes to first. Bottom of the 7th, Andreas Holzer. Base hit can put Bluefield on the board with Pepe Napoleon at third. Matthew Larson with a small lead at first base. No outs. Holzer looks at a pitch high and away, ball 1. Bailey Engel on the call here. We're glad to have you on the Rams Digital Sports Network, and it looks like this could be it for Munoz. Giving up a walk and a base knock, and we have yet to see a mound visit from either team today. Just talking it over here. Certainly his offense has been able to give him enough run support where he could give up a few runs here, and this game could still be held by point confidently. But he give up the 3rd straight leadoff walk and then a base hit after. Munoz will stay in. Eduardo Munoz. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs, runners on the corners. One ball, no strikes, no outs. Runners on the corners. The pitch shows bunt, dribbles it right behind Munoz. Napoleon's going to try to go home and now goes back to third. Bases loaded. Holzer laid down a bunt that was almost caught by Munoz. Medeiros goes behind him, picks it up, looks around, and Napoleon did not get a good enough jump off because Munoz possibly was going to catch it. So bases loaded, no outs. And Marcus Espinal will try to knock in a few runs. Swing in the back and make this a 3-run game. First real jam of the day for Point. No outs, bases loaded. Small lead at third for Napoleon. Bases loaded. The pitch. Espinal swings and softly grounds it over to second. Toss to second in time. Throw to first. Skips away. So 1 run will score. Here comes Larson, and now it's 7-2. So Espinal brings home a run, then the error will allow Larson to score in Cardona's place, and the Rams are on the board for the first time, and there's 1 out. So it's low throw from Kelly. Now the Rams have 4 hits. Edgardo Bernard trying to lead the charge back for Bluefield. There's 1 out. High and away for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Bernard, the first baseman. So out of the bases loaded opportunity, 2 runs come in to score, 1-0. High and in, Bernard had to limbo out of the way. Munoz losing it just a little bit here, giving up runs for the first time in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-0. In the dirt. Torres gloves in front. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Could be the second walk of the inning. Wind slightly blowing out towards left. 3-0. Outside and low, ball 4. And no, he called that a strike. Wow. I do not know about that. Maybe it was close, but that looked very low and away. Batters count still for Bernard, 3-1. And that one looked closer than the last one. I mean, granted, we're from the third base side. By the way, ball 4, ladies and gentlemen, but that one looked about at least hip high.
Second baseman Andy Pena.
One out. Here's Andy Pena hit into a double play his last time up, trying not to recreate that. 7-2. Rams are on the board, bottom of the 7th. First pitch. It's the corner. I think that might be the sweet spot for the home plate umpire because that pitch looked very low and away. Maybe on 2 strikes you just have to remember that, so you have to swing at it to foul it off. 0-1 from Munoz. Breaking ball, that's called a strike. Torres is framing these up perfectly. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners on for the Rams. Munoz fires. Got him. Looked at a pitch low and away, and exactly like we said, if it's 2 strikes on you, you look at that pitch outside. Likes to call it, there's strike 3.
Center fielder Jordan Huntley.
So now 2 outs, and here comes Jordan Huntley. Huntley with 9 home runs. It's been a while since he's had one, though. The pitch. Fouls it straight back. Strike 1. Keeps it at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Checks both the runners. The 0-1. Good fastball on the corner, so Munoz a strike away from walking out of this inning after surrendering just 2 runs. Oh, 2. Huntley swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and that ends the 7th inning. Munoz is fired up as he goes into the dugout, and the Rams only scored 2 runs. It's 7-2. down to the 8th inning. Aaron Hash is on the mound for Bluefield. Rams have scored for the first time in this game. It's 7-2. They trail by 5. And against the top of the lineup, here's Dayton Cook. First pitch from the lefty is inside. Well, Hash with a 15.75 ERA has just pitched 4 innings this year and has surrendered 10 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, and he does have 4 strikeouts. Cutler pitched the first 7 innings. Really a tough day for him after giving up those 12 hits, all on predominantly ground balls, except for the one from Torres as that pitch drops inside in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Rendered 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts through 111 pitches. 2-0. Ground ball left side, snagged on the backhand by Espinal. Long throw, got him. Good job by Espinal making up for those couple of errors he had in a row. Now there's 1 out. Brings Kyle Kelly up, 3 for 4. What a day he's having, sneaking his way on base 3 times. First pitch called a ball. So this could be the 26th win of the year for Point. Rams might fall to 19-18. That pitch is ripped over to short again. Got it on 1 hop. Espinal throws to first. There are 2 outs. Couple of ground balls straight to Espinal.
Designated hitter
B.J. Johnson returns to home plate. Aaron Hash could possibly finish up his 5th inning of work if he's able to get it out here. 3 up, 3 down. 5th inning of work on the season, of course, has only pitched 4 before this. Hash kicks and offers. Breaking ball outside, and well, Bluefield being a young team as far as pitching goes, it is very tough to get your way through a conference series. Your best pitcher is Alex Perkins, just a sophomore. Breaking ball misses high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Very promising, but also tough to do. And tough to get through a conference season where your best pitcher is an underclassman. 2-0. Scrapes inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Kick in, the 2-0. Rather, that was the 3-0, and in the dirt, 4-pitch walk.
Right fielder, Carnegie Calzado.
Calzado returns to home plate again. 7-2 the score. 12 hits for the Point Skyhawks. They scored a run apiece from the 2nd to the 5th inning, then poured on 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Here we are in the 8th. Calzado fouls it back. Strike 1. Hash checks on the runner, and B.J. Johnson, 0-1. Lobs outside. He's really trying that off speed. Ball and a strike with 2 outs. Couple of ground outs to start out this top of the 7th, or excuse me, top of the 8th. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Cardona won't throw it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson dives in at second safely. Hash with the ball in the left hand, looking to the righty. B.J. Johnson on at second now. Wind still blowing out towards left field. The 1-2. Outside again, ball 2. Breaking ball missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. Don't know how that missed. That must have been outside. That was very close from Hash. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 7-2 the score. Rams are down by 5. They're going to bat at least 2 more times. 1 point trailed 7-0. Johnson at second. Calzado at the plate. Here's the 3-2. Scrapes in the dirt for ball 4. Just lobbed it in there and it bounced right to Cardona. Ball 4. Anthony Young with a chance to add on a couple of runs.
Center fielder Anthony Young.
Two outs, 7-2. Hash's first inning of work, 2 straight walks. Pitch, high and away, ball 1. Started off the inning with a couple of groundouts, 2 straight walks. Young pitcher has to look around and see those ducks on the pond he has to worry about. 1-0. Missed on a fastball outside for ball 2. Popped up foul, strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch breaks outside, and Hash is in danger of walking 3 in a row. Already down by 5. 2 runners aboard. 3-1 count to Anthony Young. Checks the runners, 3-1. All 4, 3 straight walks. Excuse me, somehow that hit the corner. Whoa. John Tyler's walking down the third baseline, and I think he thought about going to talk about it with the home plate umpire. I don't know about that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners aboard. Runners go, payoff. Swinging a ground ball left side, popped up off the glove by Millette. Catches it in the air on the rebound, but can't throw it. Bases are loaded. Another ground ball that throws a wrench into Bluefield's plans. 2 outs. Second baseman Alberto Lozada back to the plate with a bases juice. 7-2 the score. First pitch. Looks at it, it's called a strike.
Second baseman Alberto Lozada.
0-1, grounded foul, third base side. So Lozada quickly down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch, Lozada chops it foul, first base side this time. Oh and 2, the pitch. Fastball low. And swing and a miss. That leaves the bases loaded. 7-2 the score. Bottom of the 8th. Rams are down by 5. Brent Griffin is now on the mound, the right-handed pitcher up against Jose Santana, who has one of the 4 hits for Bluefield today on a double out to left field. Griffin, the sidewinding righty, skips a pitch in the dirt. We're underway here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-2 the score. 1 ball, no strikes, 2-3, 4-2 up for the Rams. Hash loaded up the bases, then struck out the final batter to end that top of the 8th. But here we are in the bottom of the 8th, and the Rams are still down by 5. 1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Great day on the mound for Munoz. 7 innings, just 4 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. No runs. Both of those runs were unearned. That goes inside. 3 balls, no strikes. So 3 balls, no strikes. Griffin deals. Missed ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Another inning started out with a walk. Brett Griffin, sophomore from Midland, Georgia. Up against Ozzie Millette here. Rams only with 4 hits today as opposed to 12 for Point. Game 1 of this doubleheader, the 9-inning game. Next one's going to be 7. Finally finds the zone. Sidewinder hit it there. Counted 0-1. The pitch. Called a strike. Hit in the air, right field. Steps up, makes the catch out number 1.
Left fielder Lennon Napoleon.
Brings up Lennon Napoleon. 0 for 2 today with a run scored. First pitch. That's a good one. Down the middle, strike 1. Good fastball at 0-1. Pitch. Hit in the air, deep to center field. Young back near the warning track makes the catch. There's out number 2. Just not enough lift on it. Wind wasn't blowing out hard enough. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Catcher is Joseph Cardona.
Pitch in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Cardona trying to knock in Santana. That's another good pitch from the sidewinder who's now figured it out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings and lifts it into center field, a base hit for Joseph Cardona. Santana around second, headed for third, and he slides in to get there. Runners on the corners after the single from the catcher. Matthew Larson over to first base. Andreas Holzer. I'll swing at the back and make this a 2-run game. Swings and bounces it over to short. Kelly makes the snag throw to first. A bit high. Did he have his foot on the bag? Yes, he did. So no run score for Bluefield after Dayton Cook stretches out, and that ends 8 innings of play. 7-2 remains the score. Top of the ninth inning. Noah Carson is on the mound for Bluefield. 7-2 the score. Rams will have their final chance coming up. Now Noah Carson is on the mound for Bluefield. 1-0. Popped up right field. Holzer finds it in the gray sky. Ranges over, makes the catch. There's out number one, and Rupp is retired. Will likely finish the day 1 for 5. So 12 hits today for the Hawks. They scored 1 run from the 2nd to the 5th inning. In each of those innings, then they piled on 3 runs in the 7th. Rams scored their only 2 runs, both unearned, by the way, on Munoz in the bottom of the 7th inning. David Torres to the plate, 1 for 4. Does have an RBI. Just saw 1 inning of work from Hash. He threw 2 walks. Carson with a 3.60 ERA across 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 10 runs, and only 2 of them earned. So many runs against Piedmont International on an error he made, but still unearned. Pitch to Torres, high and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Torres has played up in the box all day. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle and through for a base hit. 1 out, knock for the catcher in the top of the 9th inning. Thanks for tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Washington checking on as the courtesy runner. Medeiros, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Third baseman, a very tough third baseman at that. Couple of hits today. Multi-hit games going for Medeiros as well as Carnegie Calzado and Kyle Kelly, who possibly will end his day 3 for 5. But he's due up in 2 batters. Carson pitches. Fastball high, ball 1. 1 out. Could be the Rams' 3rd loss in a row. One-0. Fouled back, evens the count in 1-1. Rams will have their 7-8-9 due up. Possibly against Griffin if he's there to work another inning. Munoz pitched the first 7 for point today. Tough last 3 conference series for Bluefield. Point, Bryan, and then Tennessee Wesleyan. All of those at home. Washington bouncing off the bag at first. And a balk. Carson started the motion and stopped. Second balk we've seen today. And John Tyler's team for point really has tried to affect these Bluefield pitchers. We saw Cutler balk. Now Carson. Wipes off the double play. Medeiros still at the plate in a 1-1 count. Pitch, fouled back, 1-2. One-two pitch. Popped up right field. Boy, that was a high pitch. Holzer drags his way in, makes the catch. Washington will try to tag and then goes back to the bag. Espinal makes the catch in the infield, and there are 2 gone in the top of the 9th.
First baseman, Dayton Cook.
Back to the top of the lineup with Dayton Cook. 7-2 already the score, 2 outs, a runner at second base. Cook 1 for 5. Watches that first pitch down the middle for a strike. So another reminder, folks, we will not have that next broadcast up for you. Fortunately, time constraints today just will not allow it. This happens when you're an assistant SID at a smaller school. You wear many hats and you have to host things sometimes, like the Rammies, our award ceremony here at Bluefield. But that game tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharp, we'll have that for you. 0-1. Ripped on the left side and caught. Somehow snagged there by Ozzie Millette for out number 3 and a runner left in scoring position. Bottom of the ninth, final chance for Bluefield coming up. Marcus Espinal leading off the bottom of the ninth for Bluefield. 7-2 the score. Windy and cold one here in Bluefield today. Espinal, the shortstop, and the 7-8-9 due up for the Rams. It'll be Espinal, Bernard, and Andy Pena. Griffin deals. It's a fastball high. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, bottom of the ninth. Rams are down by 5, in danger of losing their 3rd game in a row. Their 4th loss out of their last 5 games after dropping 2 of 3 against Milligan. Pitch is down the middle for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, no outs. Shoulder shrug in the pitch. Breaking ball. Did he cut on it? No, he did not after the appeal goes down to the first base umpire. Got a 2-1 game 1 of this doubleheader. Unfortunately, the second game will not be broadcasted, but you can still check out live stats on bcrams.com. Pitch down the middle. Evens it up at 2-2 with no outs. And now outside. That was ball 3. Espinal thought it was ball 4. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. Griffin comes set. From the belt, he deals. Inside, ball 4. So the Rams, yet again, start out an inning with a walk. Now, it is amazing that that has happened, and Bluefield has only scored 2 runs. They've been gifted the first base runner for at least 4 or 5 innings of this game. They only have 2 runs. Carter Bernard up to the plate now, the lefty. Into a couple of double plays, but still. Bernard's 0 for 1. And walked twice. Count goes to 0-1 as that one hits the outside corner. Pitch. Swinging a little number on the left side. Griffin gathers, throws to second, and gets the out. He had time enough to think about going to first and then turned around, went to second anyway. So that keeps the double play intact, gets the lead base runner off of the paths, and Bernard stays at first on a fielder's choice. So it won't even count as a productive out. Brings up Andy Pena.
Second baseman Andy Pena.
Pena lifts it into right field, charging up, and he can't make the grab. Calzado throws it in, and now 2 runners are aboard for Bluefield. Base hit for Andy Pena. Back to the top of the lineup. 7-2 the score. Jordan Huntley. So Griffin in his first jam today, just with 1 out, 5-run lead. Point certainly not sweating yet. Huntley's absolutely due for a hit. First pitch shows bunt and cracks it down the third baseline foul. 2 runners aboard for the Rams. Bernard at second off of the fielder's choice. Pena on with his first base hit of the ball game. Misses away, ball 1. Well, if the Rams are able to make this competitive here, they need to score 5 runs to tie it up. Well, they have 2 outs to work with. There's only 1 out on the board. Griffin deals. Hit him. Bases loaded. Pegged Huntley right on the calf, and as he gimps all the way down the first baseline, Bluefield seemingly looks like they're in business if Santana is able to get a base hit here. Definitely a loss for Brett Griffin. Plunking Jordan Huntley, who was already 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Bases loaded. Jose Santana. Rams are down by 5. One for 3 with a double, as well as a walk. First pitch. High and away, ball 1. Bases full of Rams. Bernard at third. Pena at second, and Huntley at first base. Rupp playing very deep back in left field. 1-0. Popped up right field. Could be enough to score a run. Calzado running all the way to the right. Makes the catch. Trying to tag is Bernard, and a throw home will keep him at third. Meanwhile, over at first is Huntley. Dives back in safely. Throw home is cut off down the first baseline. And Bernard comes in to score. So it's still a sacrifice for Jose Santana. That makes it 7-3. Huntley barely got back in at first base. And that throw home, if Torres doesn't get in the way, can possibly get the runner out at third and at home in Edgardo Bernard. But instead, Torres makes the catch about 15 feet in front of the plate down the first baseline. Ozzie Millette at the plate, and the pitch goes a bit low, ball 1. The Rams are down by 4, 7-3. Now have 6 hits in the ball game. Ouellette's 1 for 4. Looks at that one, and it's called a strike. Ball and a strike. Oh, Calzado's got a gun out there in right field. That was a good throw to get home. 1-1. Ouellette cuts and misses, strike 2. So for Santana, that will count as an RBI. Marcus Espinal had the only other one. 2 runners aboard with 2 outs. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he held up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rams are down to their final strike anyway. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard for the Rams in a 4-run ball game. Griffin deals. Got him looking. Rams lose game 1, 7-3 after Millette goes down looking for the second time of the game, and Point has handed Bluefield their 3rd consecutive loss. So unfortunately, folks, that will do it for our coverage of this doubleheader here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And then for Bluefield, they will play a game tomorrow. That will be streamed at 9 a.m. We're going to have that for you here at Bowen Field. Once again, my name is Bailey Angle, reminding you the final score of Game 1. Point wins 7-3. And until tomorrow, take it easy, Rams fans.